have never felt like you belong here. Not since you were a child. Not since you first looked around at the world and realized that everyone else seemed perfectly content playing a game you completely refused to understand. You watched people build their entire lives around climbing corporate ladders, acquiring meaningless status symbols, and participating in endless cycles of shallow drama. And while they found genuine comfort in those things, you only found a deep, hollow emptiness. For years, you probably thought something was fundamentally wrong with you. You tried to force yourself into their mold. You tried to care about the things they cared about. You smiled when you were supposed to smile. And you played along with their dense illusions just to avoid the profound exhaustion of constantly explaining yourself. But the isolation never faded. It only grew heavier. You are not antisocial. You are not depressed. You are not struggling to adapt to human life. You are experiencing the exact symptom of a highly advanced soul that was deliberately placed into a completely foreign operating system. If you have spent your entire life feeling like a stranger in a strange land, type 777 in the comments below, because your profound disconnection from society is not a psychological flaw. It is the absolute ultimate proof of your true cosmic origin. There is a very specific reason why nothing in this modern world has ever felt quite right to you. The society you were born into was entirely constructed upon a deeply fractured timeline. It is an artificial matrix, designed by dark forces to keep human consciousness completely suppressed, entirely distracted, and endlessly looping in cycles of pure survival. From the very moment you arrived on this planet, your soul recognized the massive deception. Your internal blueprint was coded with pure original source frequency. Therefore, your entire being physically rejects the heavy density of the earthly grid. When you walk through a crowded city, or when you sit in a room full of people passionately discussing trivial gossip, your nervous system does not just feel bored, it feels actively assaulted. You are running a highly advanced, multidimensional operating system, but you are being forced to navigate a world that is still functioning on primitive, fear-based dial-up. No matter how hard you try, your high bandwidth frequency simply cannot interface with their low bandwidth reality without causing a massive system crash. This profound friction is exactly why you require so much deep, silent isolation. You withdraw from society not because you hate humanity, but because you literally have to disconnect from the dense artificial grid just to recharge your own golden energy field. The architects of this realm have always known who you are. This is precisely why society is engineered to make you feel completely crazy for questioning the illusion. The system desperately needs your compliance to survive. It needs you to believe that your profound disconnection is a personal failure rather than a spiritual victory. But you are finally beginning to remember the massive truth. The time for hiding your immense radiant power has officially come to an absolute end. The Great Awakening is actively accelerating across the entire globe. You were deliberately kept on the fringes of society for a very specific cosmic reason. The universe intentionally engineered your profound isolation. If you had perfectly fit into this world, if you had easily adopted its heavy, dense values and found true comfort in its shallow illusions, you would have been completely assimilated. You would have fallen asleep right alongside the rest of the collective. Your disconnection was the ultimate divine safeguard. It was a massive spiritual quarantine, meticulously designed to protect your pure frequency from being contaminated by the collapsing matrix. You were one of the 144,000 souls currently stationed on this planet. You did not come here to participate in the illusion. You came here to break it. You are a frequency holder. Your primary assignment is to physically anchor the incredibly high vibrational light of the new Earth directly into the decaying structures of the old world. This requires an immense amount of physical and energetic endurance. The reason you constantly feel like you are fighting massive invisible battles is because you actually are. You are quietly transmuting the heavy collective trauma of humanity simply by existing. Your daily struggles, your extreme exhaustion, and your intense feelings of cosmic homesickness are not signs of weakness. They are the undeniable operational costs of running a brilliant high-level divine mission in a profoundly hostile environment. As the massive timeline shift of Chuost 026 rapidly approaches, the energetic pressure is only going to intensify. The dark forces are panicking because they know their ancient grip on this planet is finally slipping. They will try everything they can to drag your frequency back down into the density. They will use the chaotic collapse of the financial systems, the global political unrest, and the sheer panic of the sleeping masses to trigger your deepest survival fears. But you must absolutely refuse to participate in their final desperate show. You have already done the heavy lifting. You have spent your entire life preparing for this exact moment. You possess an indestructible inner core that they simply cannot touch. You must finally embrace your extremely unique, beautiful energy instead of desperately trying to force yourself into their completely broken and fading mold forever. The time for standing quietly in the shadows is past. The absolute truth is that your intense sensitivity is the exact mechanism that will finally help completely dismantle the heavy matrix. Do not allow their intense, dense darkness to completely consume your brilliant and sovereign light. The assignment requires you to remain completely whole. The entire system relies on your continuous sacrifice, but that ancient contract has officially expired. You are no longer required to carry the heavy energetic burdens of those who absolutely refuse to awaken. The great transition is finally here. Step boldly into the radiant light and completely claim your true royal heritage right now. You are absolutely ready for what comes next. Look closely at how this massive spiritual reality actually plays out in your daily life. You have probably noticed that sitting at a normal family dinner or attending a typical corporate meeting drains your vital life force energy faster than running a massive physical marathon. You sit there, quietly observing the people you are supposed to relate to, and you feel absolutely nothing but a strange, distant, hollow void. When they passionately argue about politics, celebrities, or shallow social drama, you literally feel their unhealed wounds crashing against your delicate energy field like a massive, dense ocean wave. This is precisely why you sometimes physically pull away from even the people you love the absolute most. You are simply trying to protect your sacred golden energy from being unknowingly harvested by those who constantly refuse to do their own deep, profound shadow work. They will never truly understand the massive silent battles you actively fight every single day just to maintain your baseline emotional equilibrium. You are quietly holding the absolute weight of a completely fractured world. You have suddenly developed a strict zero-tolerance policy for anything that feels even slightly inauthentic. You would much rather spend a Friday night completely alone in a dark, quiet room than surround yourself with people who force you to wear a fake, heavy mask just to make them feel comfortable. When you walk into a seemingly normal social gathering, you are instantly bombarded by the heavy unspoken secrets and the deeply repressed trauma of absolutely everyone in the room. This massive, unseen energetic burden is precisely why you require so much profound, silent isolation just to effectively recharge your highly delicate nervous system. You are literally functioning as a massive human energetic filter, constantly transmuting incredible amounts of deep, dense darkness into beautiful, pure, radiant light without even consciously trying to do so. They simply cannot comprehend the massive, invisible spiritual battles you heroically fight every single moment. You are quietly holding the absolute sacred balance of a completely chaotic, collapsing world, and this is an absolutely incredibly exhausting daily personal mission. The time for desperately trying to fit into a profoundly sick society has officially come to an end. You must consciously activate your true spiritual sovereignty right now, in this exact moment. It is time to absolutely stop apologizing for your intense need for deep isolation and quiet reflection. Your beautiful physical vessel was meticulously designed to anchor the highest possible frequencies of the incoming new Earth. You are a walking pillar of profound, absolute cosmic truth. Remember that your profound empathy is an incredibly advanced protective shield. Use it wisely. Never ever dim your radiant golden light simply because it temporarily blinds those who have chosen to remain completely fast asleep in the dark. Begin every single day by firmly declaring that your energy field is sovereign and closed to any dense frequency. Stop giving your precious life force to the fading illusions of the three-dimensional matrix. Turn your entire focus inward and begin to listen to the powerful ancient guidance of your own soul. The mission you have been waiting for your entire life is happening right now. You are one of the elite chosen ones, and your unique energy signature is urgently required to stabilize the rapidly shifting planetary grid. Stand up firmly in your absolute immense power. Stop waiting for the sleeping collective to finally understand or validate your incredibly strange, beautiful path. You must fiercely protect your sacred inner peace at all absolute costs. You are entirely capable of navigating this massive planetary shift with incredible supreme grace. Step fully and boldly into your absolute highest sovereign divine power right now. The 144,000 elite awakened souls are absolutely counting on your brilliant radiant light to completely stabilize the magnificent incoming new Earth grid. Your lifelong feeling of being completely disconnected from the rest of the world is the ultimate proof of your true royal divine rank. The universe would never subject you to this level of intense isolation if you were not fully capable of using it to discover your blinding internal light. You are not an outcast. You are a highly advanced cosmic pioneer, meticulously paving the way for the new timeline. As the Earth continues its massive shift, your true purpose will be revealed in absolute stunning clarity. Remember that you are deeply loved, fiercely protected, and constantly guided by the highest forces of light in this entire universe. You have never truly walked this difficult path alone. Your extraordinary sensitivity is your ultimate superpower in this massive planetary transition. The universe desperately needs your pure and untouched golden frequency to help build the magnificent new Earth. Keep shining your brilliant and radiant light forever without any apology. The new Earth is calling you back to your true home. Until we connect again, stay incredibly strong in your power and walk boldly into your divine destiny. Your beautiful, unique cosmic energy is the absolute ultimate key to completely dismantling the heavy collapsing matrix. Do not ever let their dense, fading darkness completely consume your brilliant, glowing, eternal light. Shine incredibly bright forever and stay absolutely forever profoundly strong. You are doing an absolutely incredible job.